Hello and welcome to Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast. To Let's Play The Secret of Monkey Island. To the J-sanu fan server. To Let's Play Ratchet and Clank All for One. To Let's Play Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy. To Spelunky. To Let's Play Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge. To Let's Play James Bond 007 Everything or Nothing. To Let's Play Gun. To Let's Play Time Splitters 2. With me, Mr. MacLeod. Yep, there you go. That was a little review of 2014 for my YouTube channel, for my Let's Playing. And yeah, that's because it has been 4 years since starting. On January the 10th, 2011, I uploaded my first video, and so began what I'm still doing today and still enjoying. And like every year, I like to do a little anniversary video just to look back and also maybe look forward just a little bit. But yeah, mainly look back on the year, how it went, what I thought went well, Let's Plays and stuff like that, and just a nice little sort of sit down, chat and gloss over what I've done, because boy, this year has gone fast. I know I say this all the time, I'm like a broken record, but it really doesn't seem like a year ago. I made this before I remember, because it all kind of happened at once last year. I was finishing off my FTB, I was reaching 3,000 subscribers, and I was reaching my 3-year anniversary all at the same time, and it was really difficult to try and get all the video series and specials out on time. But that was a year ago, and now we're here in 2015. Oh boy. But yep, I don't want to make this video too long, so let's get started with looking back at the videos of yesteryear. And I've got a little list here, and I have some footage in the background. But I'm going to try and just go in chronological order, but sometimes I may go out of that if it makes sense. But I was looking back at my video uploads, and the first one to be released in the year 2014 was Feed the Beast. It seems like so long ago. So long ago. I mean, I've just said it seemed like it was not too long ago, but FTB in particular seems like it was a long time ago. And for anyone who hasn't watched that, that was my modded Minecraft series. It was single player, and that lasted for 100 episodes, give or take a few specials and bonus episodes. But yeah, 100 episodes of playing around with mods and pipes and tubes and machinery and new biomes, and oh, it was a really good Let's Play, and well, for me anyway, really good to play. And 2014 kind of caught the tail end of that Let's Play, because it was only maybe 6 more episodes until it finished. But what is important about that is that I ended it when I thought the time was right. And I could have kept going with that. Minecraft doesn't have an end. I could have kept going with that mod pack, but I didn't, because I thought the time came, natural sort of end point, and I'm really pleased with how that ended. The last few episodes were sort of like a montage of the previous 100, and it ended with this nice little, I don't know, if I was to think of things that I'm little kind of editing, little edits that I've done for my channel over the years, one of my favourites would be the way I ended episode 100 of FTP, with that little montage set to the music of Minecraft. Really sweet song, kind of sad, bittersweet, and yeah, a little montage of just some clips of my world from FTV. And it was really quite poignant, and I watched that back and I thought, yeah, that's done a good job of showing what we've done in those 100 episodes and how pleased I am with it. And yeah, it was a nice little ending. But that was the ending. Since then, I've still played Minecraft, obviously, but I know a lot of people missed that FTB series. It wasn't a particularly, I didn't know my stuff, but maybe that's what people liked about it. But that's not the end of modded Minecraft for me. I will go back to it at some point. It's been a year now talking about it since I've played modded Minecraft on my channel, that is. So I should go back to it soon. I might just do that, but I will never give any promises, because I don't want to break them. Don't want to break them to you. But yeah, that's how the year started with FTB, and I believe it was some fireworks as well to mirror the fireworks of New Year's. But FTB. That was a nice series, and I'm glad it ended when it did, because it's a nice little thing, or rather big thing, lasted over a year, but it's a nice thing that sort of just like wrapped in a blanket. You know what I mean? It's just done, and it's there. It's sitting there, all finished. Nice. Anyway, FTB. After that, we moved on to another point and click. I think before this one I'd done a few other point and clicks, or maybe just two actually. Obviously I did Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. And I also did Beneath a Still Sky. My oh my, what a weird game. And I thought for my next point and click, why not go for something that looks a bit more modern, but is actually still a really old game. And it's another LucasArts game, it's another classic point and click, Monkey Island, or rather The Adventures of Monkey Island. Is that what it's called, The Adventure of Monkey Island? No, The Secret of Monkey Island, of course it is. The Secret of Monkey Island. And so, yep, that was the next video sort of series for 2014. By the way, there will be like little odds and ends videos in between some things that I might not, update videos and bonus videos. I might not talk about those. I'm just talking about the main series here. But yeah, Monkey Island, fun little game. I really like the updated graphics. Looks very pretty. I say this every time though. I go into these point and clicks thinking, yeah, this is going to be a really good Let's Play. It's going to be really smooth, and I'm going to do all the puzzles really well, and I'm going to look so smart. No, no. It makes me feel dumb every time I play a point and click, because I'm there just like, oh, why isn't that working? And then, especially when I watch it back and I'm like, Joe, you've just tried that 3 times already. Why are you still trying it on screen? It's not going to work. So I definitely do need to improve, I think. But the only way you're going to improve with point and clicks is just to play more of them. So I will keep playing point and clicks for sure in the future. But the inclusion of the dialogue and the music in that game was really nice. And like I said, it was by LucasArts, so it's you're getting a quality point and click when it's LucasArts. Definitely. After Monkey Island came one of the specials I was talking about that all kind of happened at the same time, and that was I did a PlayStation 1 week. And the reason why I bring this up is it's not a proper series, it's not a proper Let's Play, but much like the Simpsons week I did the year before, I really liked how that came out, the PlayStation 1 week. It almost felt to me like proper TV programming in a way, because it was on every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And it was about 30 to 45 minutes of me going through this game and this old PlayStation 1 game. And yeah, so it's sort of, I like it because it's sort of just, it was all neat, and it came out on time. And not that I'm saying I want my channel to be like a TV channel, but it just happened to be like that. And it seemed quite professional to me, that's all, which I liked. And I'm sure a lot of people liked seeing, older games that they played in their childhood. Toy Story 2, Crash Bandicoot. I didn't do Spyro. I was about to say Spyro. Harry Potter. Games like that. But doing them all on emulators, a bit dodgy, but it looks crisp and clean by doing it on an emulator. And I really like... I'm gonna say that so often. I really can't keep saying that, but I really liked how that turned out. I should stop myself saying that, because otherwise I'm just patting myself. Yeah, I'll do it right now. Patting myself on the back. But yeah, that was PlayStation 1 week. Just wanted to bring that up because, and also it was a nice idea to do for a special. Kind of like I said, copying the Simpsons game that I did before, but expanding it, broadening it to more games, older games, in fact. Okay, so next up, in terms of videos, I went back to playing on the J-sanu fan server. Now I say went back to playing because I'd been on there before. I started back on there. When did I win that competition? I think it was maybe July 2013? Yeah, that sounds about right. But I stopped playing to focus on finishing Feed the Beast. And, once I'd finished Feed the Beast in late January, I could go back and devote more time to Minecraft on the server. And, that's just I could talk so much about the server. I'm so lucky that I won that competition and managed to get into a place where I eventually made new friends. It's so good. And like I say all the time now, I can't really imagine playing Minecraft single player anymore. It's all about multiplayer. It's all about playing with other people, knowing other people are there. I don't think I could go back anymore because it's just been so good on the server. Now I'm kind of splitting the JFS into two because at this time, early January, it was still on the season 3 map. I think it was season 3, where I did things like the MacLeod mini golf, and I didn't really do too much on that server, to be honest, because like I said, I joined after FTB had finished. Or not joined, sorry, but went back to playing. But that's where I did MacLeod mini golf mainly. I did the chunk error base, and towards the end of that series was when it really started picking up, and I really started enjoying it, because then I started talking to more people on there, started doing a few more collaborations, taking part in more of the community things. It really swung into swang. That's not a word. Swung a word. Swung into full gear at the. Oh, I don't know if I'm speaking English anymore. It really swung into full gear towards the end of that season 3 on the map. And I'll get on to the new season, the one we're on currently, later on, because that started September. But yeah, just suffice to say that love it. I'm still finding, this is the thing, I'm still finding Minecraft interesting and motivating to play after all these years. There are some people that can't do that, and they get bored of it. I've got friends who have now got bored of it. But to me, I'm still coming up with ideas, I'm still coming up with buildings, sort of funny things to do, pranks, whatever. It's still coming to me, so why stop? And as long as, I'm sure there will be more snapshots in the future. Who knows what it's going to do next with Mojang and Microsoft, so there's definitely no reason to stop. The only thing is that I didn't want my channel to be is Minecraft focused. It's not a Minecraft channel, it's a Let's Play channel which has Minecraft on it. And I think I've done that quite well. I think my channel isn't too Minecrafty. Yeah, I think it's a good balance, basically. So that will always be in the back of my mind. Is am I doing too much Minecraft? Should I be focusing more on PlayStation 2, Let's Play, whatever? So don't worry about that. Anyway, yeah, I'll come back to the JFS later. But related to the J-sanu fan server is sort of the little paths off of it, which include things like the map collaboration I did with the Merry Gamer way back in January now, which was Kingdom of the Sky. Now I know we've been saying ever since that we're going to do another one, and it hasn't happened, but I really do believe it will happen sometime soon. It's only taken a year, but we're both very, very busy people, and I am lazy when it comes to finding maps. I just get overwhelmed with how many Minecraft maps there are now, and I just sort of like get scared and run away. But yeah, we did Kingdom of the Sky together, which is, looking back, was kind of weird because only because I didn't really know him too well back then. So it's kind of interesting how we talk to each other. But obviously I feel a lot more comfortable talking to the Merry Gamer now because we've got to know each other a lot more on the server. So hopefully the next map we play, which probably won't be Kingdom of the Sky 2 because it's so old now, but the next map we play will be really, really good. I think I have a chemistry with Merry Gamer. And plus, he's very focused. He's very focused on his channel, and he's one of the few people that I've known on YouTube, one of the smaller channels, alongside me, who have stuck with it. I've seen so many people kind of come and go, and he is still doing it and still putting so much attention to it, which is really quite admirable. But yeah, so did that Kingdom of the Sky with the Merry Gamer. It was a cool map, by the way. By now it's quite old-fashioned with its redstone and stuff. The things you can do with command blocks now, oh, mind-blowing stuff. Mind-blowing. Just also related to the JFS is the ultra hardcores that come with it. And I'll bring this up only briefly because you all know what ultra hardcore is. It's a Minecraft competition in hardcore mode where you go out and, well, actually no, you go in first and you go in caving, you get all your supplies, you kind of power up, strengthen up with your armor, and you go out and you kill. It's all about the bloodlust. And I've been doing those on the J-sanu fan server. I think I've taken part in maybe 4. But they've been good just to talk to people and be part of a team. We still haven't done a solo season yet. I think that's because it will just be too laggy. I mean, it probably will be quite laggy. So we've done teams so far, and it's been nice to talk to people on the teams. Who have I been on the team with this year? Momo, I think, was the one way back then, and more recently I was with Litho, Monster, and Old Minecraft, which was really good. We had really good chemistry in that team, and I think those videos are really fun to listen to and watch. Even if my performance in Ultra Hardcore is yet to really pick up the pace, it's still quite awful. I'm no good at Minecraft PvP, but it's all about the playing. I honestly can say I do not care at all about winning those things, unless it came to like the final fight and I lost. Yeah, then I'd be quite annoyed. But you just got to go into there having fun, go into there, chatting with friends, and just having a good time, because that's what it's all about. So there should be another Ultra Hardcore coming soon on the J-sanu fan server, I imagine, and I will of course try to take part, because I love them and I hate them. I love them at the time, and then I hate them looking back and thinking, why did I do that? Why didn't I do that? Yeah, every time I face palm. But moving on to another collab with Honest Tom 23, and that was with Ratchet and Clank All for One on the PlayStation 3. And Honest Tom 23 is another one of those YouTubers that I was saying about the Merry Gamer. Another one of those smaller YouTubers like me who have just stuck with it and are still going to this day. We're very similar, Honest Tom and I. We both love James Bond. We both love Simpsons. We can talk about it all day, I'm sure. But just in general, we're both similar people. I share a similar sense of humour. People said we sound alike on that Let's Play co-op. He's a really cool guy. He's a funny guy as well, and been doing the podcast with him as well. He's got his own podcast. Nope, there's only trash here, because it's like Pokemon. And yeah, they've been really fun. They've been just doing stuff with him in general has been really fun. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank All for One, bloody long game, but a fun game. It went much more successfully than Splinter Cell did, because, hey, me, stealth, do not go together. But Ratchet and Clank was just more of a platformer, shooty, and it was a lot more relaxed, a lot more casual, and yeah, I think what proved to be a lot more fun. Maybe the Let's Play went on for a bit too long, but who were we to know the game was so damn long? But actually, that was really, as well as, enjoying it and playing with Tom, it was quite useful to learn how to sort of sync up audio and get the technical side out of the way, because I think those videos came out quite well technical wise in terms of audio, because sometimes it's really tricky to get good audio of both me and someone on Skype, for example, and I think that turned out quite well. But I'm sure I'll keep doing things with Tom in the future. We might do another Let's Play at some point. I think he's in the middle of sort of settling back down, but he will pick up more activity soon, I'm sure, and we can start discussing things about doing things together. So yeah, Ratchet and Clank, and also obviously it was nice to go back to Ratchet and Clank, because I've Let's Played the first one. Oh, this next one though, next Let's Play is probably my favourite of the year. Just looking down the list, yeah, I think so. Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I just have such good memories of that game. Such, and it's weird because you'd think it wasn't the first time I played it, but I hadn't played that game as a kid, so I didn't really have any nostalgia for it. And yet I still had that sort of magical sort of, ooh, what a great world they've created feeling about that game. And now I do have nostalgia for that game, but I have nostalgia for my own Let's Play and not for as a kid, which is kind of weird. But the reason why I'm really pleased with that Let's Play is because I think it's probably the best one I've done in terms of quality. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but I suppose I have to sort of assess this sort of stuff with this look back. And yeah, I really do think Jak and Daxter, I did my research for that game. I knew how to get 100%. I knew how to do it without failing too much, not doing too many newbie mistakes. I did my research about sort of the history of the game, how it was made by Naughty Dog, and the levels. I think it all came together really well, is what I'm saying. And along with the fact that it's such a good game anyway, really great style, really great characters and gameplay, level design, everything about it is really good. It's just all wrapped up into one nice big ball of a Let's Play. And if I ever want to sort of give an example of me Let's Playing, I think I'd point people to that, because that is what I'm most pleased with. You know, I could maybe say the Simpsons Simpsons Hit and Run, but no, I still think I did a much better job. It's just in terms of microphone quality and just commentary in general with Jak and Daxter. So if you haven't watched that one, maybe go and check it out. You might like it, especially if you played the game as a kid. I'm sure you'd like to see that again, because I'm telling you, the game holds up. The game holds up pretty damn well in terms of visuals and gameplay. Still really fun, and I will at some point tackle what's supposed to be the much more difficult sequel, Jak 2. Very different in tone, but I really want to do that at some point, but I have a feeling that will take a bit of research and a bit of planning as well, much like the first one did. Oh, Jak and Daxter. Sorry, I just keep thinking about it. Good game. Good game, good game. So, next up. Now, I'm including this because it did last a while, but it's definitely not a proper Let's Play. I actively made sure that it wasn't a proper Let's Play. Instead, it was a live Let's Play. Shall we call it that? Let's call it that. And that was of Destroy All Humans, Path of the Furon. Okay, let's just get this clear. The reason why I did this is because people kept on saying, Joe, you should Let's Play Path of the Furon. Because obviously I'd finished Let's Playing the second, and I'd done the first one as well. And I was saying, you should play the Destroy All Humans, Path of the Furon. And I knew it wasn't a good game. It wasn't made by, what's the face called? Pandemic Studios, and the quality just wasn't there. But I wanted to try something different with live streams, and I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone and continue playing the same game on a live stream and try and finish it that way, live. And then I could upload the footage to YouTube afterwards. And it's kind of sad because those videos have a lot more views than I'd actually like them to. Something about that series, people just love that series. But the reason why I say that I'd rather they don't have more views is because they're not very good. The quality's rubbish because it was ripped from Twitch, and the audio's rubbish, and honestly my gameplay's rubbish because the game is bad. I'm sorry guys, but the game is bad. It doesn't have any of the character and the charm of the first two. Just has annoying missions, not even proper side missions. Ugh. But the ending was okay, and it still had the proper voice actors for it, of Pox and Crypto. So it's all right, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not a game I wanted to Let's Play properly. So I did it like that, and it was okay. It got a little bit tedious doing it week after week for the live stream. I think the whole point of a live stream is that it's different every time, more or less. So it's quite unique. But maybe it's something I'll try again, a live Let's Play. I don't know. It was nice to have people there anyway to help me when I got stuck. Yeah, which happened more often than I'd like. So after that came, well, after Jak and Daxter had finished, I think, was this after Jak and Daxter? Probably. There was sort of like a gap. I hadn't figured out my next Let's Play, but there was a gap in the channel, so I needed to plug that gap with a sort of a bridge over series. And I'd recently been watching J-sanu 19, Jeff, JFS, J-sanu fan server. I'd recently been watching his channel, and he did a series on a game called Spelunky. And I'd been watching them more and more, and really got into that game and thought I wanted to try it myself. And it would be a really good chance to have that game as the sort of the gap between Let's Plays, between proper Let's Plays. So I played Spelunky, did some of the daily challenges, and then adventure mode, and it's a tricky one to look back on because I never did win. I never did beat that game. I never got anywhere close to it, to be honest. but they were still fun to play. They were supposed to be sort of very quick. There's no real kind of replay value to those. Sort of like, oh, uploaded that, I'll watch it sort of idea, because it was supposed to be sort of the daily series. No, not a daily series, sorry, but based on the daily challenge. So you know they turned out nice, but definitely not something I'd want to do for a very long time, because like I say, they're sort of, in a way, they're a bit expendable. They're a little bit, you know, you could sort of chuck them away once they're done, which is not a good way to look at videos. You know, unlike other Let's Plays, you can go back and watch them, but with those, it's not so much the case, or at least I think so anyway. But it definitely fulfilled its purpose, and then we moved on to the next Let's Play, which was, it was another point and click. In fact, it was the sequel to the previous one I've mentioned, Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge. Not really much more to say about this. It's very similar to the first game. Still made me seem like an idiot. Nice cliffhanger. Well, not really a cliffhanger, but it definitely had some answers, or rather it gave you some questions at the end of the game in terms of the storyline. But yeah, not really much more to say. I mean, it was part of the special edition once again, so looked pretty, nice music, nice dialogue, voice acting. Again, I didn't do a great job of getting the puzzles immediately, but I tried my best. And I will probably tackle the third game soon, which is supposed to be really good, the third game. Unfortunately, that one wasn't updated for the special edition, so that one will go back to looking pixely, which in a way might be quite nice. Go back to the really old looking point and clicks. So yeah, that was Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge. After that, we had... yes, another one of another Let's Play that I'm really, really pleased with and how it turned out altogether, and that was 007, Everything or Nothing. Oh, sorry, rather, James Bond 007, Everything or Nothing. Much like Jak and Daxter, that was a game I hadn't played as a kid. Well, I had, but I hadn't finished it. I played maybe the first few levels. So I went back to that, and knowing that people thought it was one of the better James Bond games. And they were right. That is a really good James Bond game. That really does hold up today. For being a 10-year-old game, the mechanics in that, the shooting mechanics, stealth, sneak, extras, unlockables, bonus content in that game is crazy good. The story's good, the characters in it, bringing back old Bond characters and things. I really liked that Let's Play. And I really liked my playthrough, doing a mission per episode. Sometimes they're a bit short, sometimes they're a bit long, but it made it quite nicely set out, nicely paced. One mission, one episode. And yeah, got all the Bond moments as a collectible, which is always nice to include in a Let's Play. And I think I played quite well overall. Didn't die too much. Did my research, definitely played through, made sure I knew the levels. Really liked it, and of course it's James Bond, so I'm gonna love it either way. Massive fan of James Bond. And it definitely trumped previous Bond games, such as Bloodstone, and also, not that I Let's Played it, but Quantum of Solace, awful. Bond games in general, they're rough. They're rough today. They need something like that again. They need another Everything or Nothing, because that was good. Okay, I better speed up actually looking at the clock, because I'm taking very long. Who would have thought I'd ramble too long? But Gun was the next Let's Play. Now my thoughts behind this Let's Play are kind of mixed, because to be honest, the game's not great. The game is, I played it on Xbox 360. The port wasn't great in terms of graphics. I mean, it looks crisper and cleaner, but the textures still aren't very good. It was a bit buggy. Crazy, creepy nightmare stretch lady. Ooh, in the barn, that was creepy. So yeah, those things aren't great, but also the storyline and the gameplay in general isn't great, especially looking back now with games like Red Dead Redemption in mind. It's nowhere near that standard, but bear in mind this came out... What year did it come out? 2005? I can't remember now, but a long time ago. And I really liked it as a kid. I remember liking it as a kid because it's the Wild West and I'm a fan of the Wild West genre. So yeah, I thought, why not go back? Why not? Won't do Red Dead Redemption because that's probably done a bit too much. Let's go back and do a smaller game, Gun. And I like the fact I picked it. it didn't hold up to my memory of it. It's a lot shorter, a lot smaller than I remembered, but that's probably just, you know, childhood memory making everything seem really big, and it's like, wow, this is the Wild West. But no, it's really just a small map. That being said, I think I did a good job of at least completing it at 100%, doing all the side missions, getting all the gold, getting all the collectibles, getting all that stuff done. I like the fact I did that. I always like it when I can 100% a game, because when it's not too difficult to do so, because it just wraps up the Let's Play really neatly, and it could also help people if they need, you know, if they themselves are trying to 100% it, they can use that as a little bit of a walkthrough. Maybe not, but in some circumstances it might be useful, especially with other games anyway. So now it's time to bring back up the J-sanu fan server, and because this is so new, I'm not going to talk too much, but obviously we reset the map back in September, and yes, this is where the J-sanu fan server is like, boom, on track. I think I'm doing a really good job so far in terms of videos and ideas on the server, doing collaborations, which is what I really want to try and do more, or what I wanted to do more was collaborations. Yeah, this current series of the map, I'm really pleased with how it's going. Obviously it's still ongoing, so I can't say exactly, you know, I can't give an entire look at it, but at the moment I'm really pleased. I've started doing thumbnails for the videos, which look nice, and I really started to think more about what I want to do in each episode. And by that I mean, I don't want to just be talking the whole episode. Well, by talking I mean, you know, doing one thing only and just talking to the camera. I want to kind of mix it up a little bit, and I think I've done that quite well now. Like I have a sort of template for how I want to make an episode. So I'll start with one thing, break it up with something in the middle, and then end with something different. Obviously there'll be exceptions to that, but I think it makes for a more interesting video when it's broken up a bit more and you can see a bit more. And I also really pay a lot of attention to updating viewers on how the server in general is running. So what other people are doing as well, because hey, that's the whole point. You're on a server, there are other people playing, you want to make sure you keep up to date with what they're doing. So it's kind of a mixture of doing my own stuff, doing my own builds, doing community builds, showing other people's builds, and making it a nice little mixture of that. Alrighty then, so nearly at the end now, and that's probably a good thing looking at the clock, oh dear, but The Simpsons Virtual Springfield was a little series I did to celebrate 5,000 subscribers, and what a weird little game. What a weird little game that it took me bloody ages to get that game to run on Windows 7. It did not want to work, but I twisted its arm enough so that it worked. And I'm glad I did, because it's a nice little insight into The Simpsons back in 1997, before it turned crap. Who would have thought? So much detail in that game, so many references and all Easter eggs and callbacks to the show. It was really fun to try and work out where they were from, and oh yeah, that was that episode, and oh, I love that quote or whatever. It wasn't the best of looking games. There was no music, but I think that's because of the arm twisting I mentioned. But yeah, I looked on YouTube and there really wasn't many videos of that game, so I thought, yes, that's what I'll do. It's a nice special because it's something I haven't done before. It wasn't a proper Let's Play. It was just a look at, basically, a little run over of the game. But yeah, I think that turned out nice, simply because there's not many videos of it on YouTube, and now there's mine that can show people what that weird little game was like way back in 1997. And so finally we have the current Let's Play, which is Time Splitters 2. About time I actually did another Time Splitters Let's Play. Time Splitters Future Perfect was way back 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Old anyway, very old. So it's nice to go back to play the second one. Got a lot of nostalgia from just playing that as a kid, around a friend's house, during sleepovers. That's what we did. That's what we played in the morning, especially, was Time Splitters 2. The arcade mode was really good. But the story's proving really good as well. Nice variety of levels and genres and time zones, obviously, being Time Splitters. So yeah, not too much to say about that because, you know, it's not finished yet, but I'm liking how it's going. And I hope you guys are too. The story isn't too long, by the way, so it is actually going to end quite soon. but I hope to do a few videos of the extras, sort of the bonus features of the game, and then we'll move on to the next Let's Play. So, there you go, that was 2014 for my channel. Ooh, what a long list of videos and video series, and that's not even including things like live streams. Live streaming has been so fun this year, just talking to you guys and Twitch and sometimes Hitbox, playing lots of weird one-off games because, hey, they're not proper Let's Plays, let's just live stream them. And of course, I've where possible, I've been adding highlights to YouTube for people to watch in case they missed the live stream. But yeah, live streaming is a bit like, you know, playing multiplayer Minecraft. I can't see not doing live streaming anymore because I just love it too. I love it so much. I love the fact there are people that are excited to see me play things live, and we can actually get a conversation going, get a little bit of a community going. It's really good. And to anyone who is thinking of coming to the next one, or coming to one, you really should, because A, I'd like it if you would, but B, the more people there, the more chatting and the more sort of conversations we can have going. It's really nice to have a sort of instant reply, like question answer sort of back and forth with viewers instead of things just like comments. So live streaming will continue for the foreseeable future, that is for sure. So yeah, that was basically it. Now I do want to end off this anniversary just by talking once again just a little bit about what Let's Playing means to me, and why I still do it. Why have I managed to get up to 4 years? Well, I guess the main answer would be you guys watching and supporting and giving feedback and comments and likes and views and subscribers. Doesn't really whatever. It's just you guys, and that is really the be all end all. You could get into stats and things, you know, like 2014 has been a really good year in terms of subscribers. I think I've jumped from, well, very roughly, it was about 3,000 at the beginning of the year and 5,000 now. So that's a massive jump in subscribers. Not that should be held up too high, but yeah, I mean, it's a good sign. It means I'm doing things that people like, obviously. So I'll keep doing them, that's for sure. But no, this is I wrote this down actually because this was important to me about why I still do Let's Playing, and why I still do YouTubing. Well, there's a few points, but one of them, the first one, is it gives me a chance to be creative. Doing videos like this one you're watching now, it gives me a chance to be creative. You know, I used to do lots of drawing and painting. I've mentioned how I don't do that as much because I do this instead. It's all about creating a video and the ideas I have for that, and how could I show that, and you know, how could I edit this maybe, and just ideas for specials, ideas for live streams. It definitely sparks the creative side of my mind and how I can do things differently and interestingly for you guys. Yeah, it's a good outlet for that sort of thinking, that's for sure. Because what else would I be doing? I'd be sitting in front of YouTube. That's not creative. And this is where I can use my voice and I can think and I can, yeah, you get the point. I love the creativity because you're your own boss and you can do it's your channel. You can do what you want. And that's what I like. But also, this is the thing. This is the really important thing. I've been doing Let's Playing for 4 years now, and the 4 years that I've been doing this have probably been the most sort of chaotic of my whole life. And by that I don't mean bad chaotic. I just mean things have changed the most in these 4 years because it's covered me leaving secondary school, going to uni, coming back from uni, gap year, going back to uni, and now currently on a work placement year, doing a proper job, full-time job. If you just think of all, like, to people that have done similar things to that, they're big changes in your life. They're big things. And the reason why Let's Playing is still so important is because it's like a ground. It's a stable part that I can always sort of cling to. No matter, oh, I'm back at uni now, or no matter, oh God, now I've got to go and do this job for a year, or crap, now I've got to move out. It's always something that I can call back to. It's like a support. It's a foundation that really it grounds me. and it gives me something that I can always think about. It's always there, basically, and that's really important to me, because otherwise, it's easy to get a little bit lost sometimes. And when you have something to focus on like this, it definitely can set you on the straight and narrow, or at least separate that sort of side of life to another one. And what I mean by that is, you can separate all the moving around and all the real life stuff, and sometimes you can just hide away in a little bubble and make a video or two and chat with people in a live stream or reply to comments. And I think that's so important to have, because that's what I'm basically describing as a hobby. This is my hobby, and you don't want to stop doing your hobby. You love your hobby, which is also why it's also been quite important to me that it doesn't become a chore, it doesn't become like a job. I don't really mean the whole money side, because I don't want to get into adverts and getting money from YouTube, but I just don't want it to get boring. And so far it hasn't, because of you lot. So thank you all so much for keeping this alive, keeping me interested, keeping me motivated, allowing me to use a little bit of creativity every day to make these videos for you. And also for myself, I should say. I make these videos for myself too. It's definitely a two-way street. But it's always nice to have people, an audience, there to watch. So, I think that's about it, really. That was 2014. That's why I still do it. That's why I hope there's going to be a 2015 anniversary special, 2016, 2017, and so on. Because I love it. I love it a lot. So much. And I love you guys for watching and supporting. So I really am going to stop soon, because this is way too long, this video. I hope you enjoyed the little sort of clip bit at the beginning, and also just a little look back at all the Let's Plays. I might put links to them if you want to go back and maybe watch some of those Let's Plays, but of course there's always things to look forward to in the future as well. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.